Wargaming have made a massive blunder today on World of Tanks console, and today's update news video is going to cover this blunder, what Wargaming actually did, why this massive glitch occurred, and effectively let's look through the news as well for the new season release on World of Tanks. First things first, what is this glitch? What is it all about? What happened? What did people gain? And effectively, what does this mean for a lot of the marks of excellence within World of Tanks console? Well, effectively what happened when the update went live is that the marks of excellence calculator basically got absolutely fried. Wargaming's calculation meant that pretty much anyone that plays the game, and you played a couple games in whatever tank you were playing in, were able to get your third, fourth mark on whatever vehicle you were in. Now then, what does that mean? Well, it means any of you who actually ground out third and fourth marks, well, it's a little bit devalued, as many other people do actually get to keep these marks of excellence that they actually got on all of their tanks. So if you've been playing all day, unfortunately I can't take advantage of this. I was just purely not here. I was at work, and as soon as I come home, they basically patched it, which was a little bit annoying since it would have been nice to get some free 3 marks. But nonetheless, I'm hoping you guys were able to actually take advantage of this if you were able to actually jump on during the daytime, since the update release. Of course, about 6 o'clock the servers went offline. Wargaming did a hotfix where they went in and just basically edited it, fixed it. Took them basically all day to figure that one out, but nevertheless it is finally sorted within the game. So that's good, because essentially marks of excellence are there to show which players have been grinding the hardest, who's been doing the best, and of course, yeah, that's always a benefit when they go to the players that should have them, rather than just anyone that plays the game that wasn't intended for that. But nonetheless, it's always good to start off with some absolute nightmare plays by Wargaming themselves, but never mind, we can kind of have a look at the information for this new season, which is probably why you're here. Anyway, what does this new season have? And hopefully it's not as bad as what we've just witnessed, but nonetheless, let's have a look. So first things first, we have the new season evolution, which is of course the season's title. We have new premium tanks that you've seen, the M41 Bulldog, which I've played a couple times. It's pretty decent. It's nothing too amazing. It's not game breaking, but it's essentially a Walker Bulldog that's currently in the game at tier 8. It's another tier 8 version, but it has the auto-loading 10-shot version of the Walker Bulldog, and of course earns you 50% more silver when you decide to play it. But remember, you do have to spam a little bit premium. Full video on the M41 Bulldog coming out soon. In fact, tomorrow probably as they're recording this video, so you'll be able to have a look at the full review, whether you should purchase the Ultimate Season Pass if you haven't already. If you have decided to purchase the Ultimate Season Pass for 6,000 gold, then let me know what you think of the tank. Do you think it was worth it, or did you purely go for just this level skips that it rewards you as being part of the Ultimate Season Pass as well, and some of the commanders as well? Now then, bar the Season Pass and everything that we've covered in the fully exclusive Season Pass update news that I'll link at the end of this one. So if you want to check out all of the stuff that's come with that, we're kind of going to focus more on the operations, the events and stuff that are coming within the season and what have been released so far that you can take advantage of, and I really hope that you do. The key things with this one are that there are, of course, a premium bonus on currently, which is for the T100. I believe it's the FV4005, which I highly recommend you actually go and do. And then I think that there's another one we can actually take a full look here. To guarantee that we're getting this right. It is the M48A5 pattern, which is a very nice one. It's definitely a tank that I think is a very good all-rounding American medium. Of course, at tier 10, you can get all 150% XP bonus when playing any tank leading up to that tank, as long as the tank that you're playing is above tier 5, which is amazing. Trust me, 150% XP, that's really, really nice. In addition to all of the other bonuses you can stack on top, if you've got XP boosters, if you have a premium account, if you have completed the season, you stack all of those together and it means that you can be earning like 300-400% XP a game if you are kind of fully utilizing it with XP boosters. But Nonetheless, I digress. Make sure that you jump in, use the premium bonus for those of you who want to get towards those tier 10 World War II tanks. And for those of you that maybe don't want to grind out some tech tree tanks, then you could grind out the contract for the Cruncher. Now, the Cruncher is, of course, a mercenary tank. It has this weird kind of looking turret here, and we're going to go through the statistics of the vehicle and how you can actually get it. Effectively, what this thing is supposed to be is a medium with turret armor, but for the most part, I don't think this tank is particularly all too good. It's kind of got this T23E3 hull, if you've ever played the American medium. It's nothing too special. It's kind of like a hybrid between the T23E3 and the T29 hull. You know what I mean. It's not particularly great. You're going to get penned pretty much by anyone that hits it, so that's not always fun. But how do you complete it? How can you do it faster? Well, we can have a look right now, or at least I was trying to. We had to refresh the page there to be able to actually click on them, but here you go. These are the stages in detail. So if you want to pause the video, look at them in detail, then make sure, but we'll cover them anyway. The first one, obviously very easy. The first ones are always easy. Effectively, you have to win a battle and earn 2,400 or more XP in any number of battles. So, play 1 or 2 games. Then you move on as you go through. All of the stages get progressively harder. This one is placing the top 5 XP earners on your team in a battle, and then it's earned 3,600 or more XP. You get various different rewards. Mainly, they are silver boosters, premium consumables, standard consumables, silver, premium days as you get towards the higher stages. And then moving into stage 3, you get detect 1 or more vehicles, destroy 5 or more vehicles, and earn 8,000 XP. You'll note that all of the XP requirements go drastically up. They almost double every single stage. You also get a load of rewards as well. Stage 4 then moves to assistance damage, assist with spotting damage totaling at least 2,300, super easy. You want to be jumping in effectively any of your Cold War vehicles, because it's going to be the easiest to complete all of the challenges, as well as the actual season pass challenges that you can complete alongside at the same time. So I'd highly recommend, if you really want to focus and be super efficient, then playing Cold War is the best bet for you. Me personally, I play whatever game mode I actually want to play on the day. I don't decide to play one specifically to grind through contracts, but for you, if you are purely based upon trying to complete this as quickly as possible, then I highly recommend playing Cold War, because it just is that better. You are more likely to do more damage, on average higher than that playing tier 10 in World War II. If you're playing something like Era 3 in Cold War, it's just so much easier because everything has more hit points, you will have more damage, more DPM, etc, etc. Anyway, moving on, then you get up to stage 5, land 60 penetrating hits in any number of battles. You can basically jump down to tier 6 and just use a super high DPM tank if you really want to, but it's not going to be a problem considering you have to earn 36,000 or more XP anyway, so it's not like you have to do this in one battle. Then you've got assist with spotting damage totaling at least 1 times your maximum health in one battle. Should be fairly self-explanatory. Basically, just play like a light tank. It's going to be super easy. In fact, no, you can't. You've got to play a medium tank. So you want to take like a low health medium tank, something in the lower tiers, probably a tier 6 that plays up against tier 8s, and put all of your camo and concealment perks on alongside any of the vision boosting ones as well. Advanced concealment. You also want advanced optics. And effectively, yeah, you just need one good game where you spot a decent amount. It's not going to be a problem for you, I expect. Especially since you have to earn 36,000 or more XP anyway, so that's probably like 36 games for the average player. Now then, moving on, stage 6, you've got destroy 5 or more battles, earn 76,000, you can earn a load of rewards. You must play medium or heavy tanks. Typically, as the stages go on, they kind of open up to more vehicles being able to be used. You can see here, the XP requirement just becomes the dominating factor. Most of the other things you'll just complete regardless of even if you're gunning for them. You'll see that at stage 7, you have to destroy 110 vehicles and earn 165,000 XP. XP, and actually in total you're looking at probably in the region of about 700,000 XP to be able to receive this tier 8 mercenary contract completion, which comes of course with the Bitterhawk 2D standard commander as well, and a vehicle slot as alongside the Cruncher itself. So I mean, they're very, very good. The Cruncher itself, if you want to actually have a look at the statistics of the vehicle, you can pause it here if you want to do your own little review of it. But personally, I find the Cruncher to be pretty mediocre. It's nothing too special. I think if you haven't got some of the tier 10 premiums, or I mean the tier 10 mercenary contract like reward tanks, then make sure to go for those first, as this one is just not necessarily the one that you want to be grinding towards first. It's kind of one of those that you can do on the back burner when you've completed all of your kind of more pressing contracts. So that's kind of my review of the Cruncher itself. Of course, then you've got the bundles for this week. Effectively, we also had then the multiple weapon systems added to the Marrow Breaker and the VK16801P, who, of course, are on sale in the store. So if you want to play a super slow, terrible, heavy tank that is very boring to play and now has a multi-turreted feature, then go ahead and play the VK16801P and the Marrow Breaker. I will be purchasing them just purely for a meme factor and to play and showcase how bad they are, but also that you can still have fun regardless of whether they're bad in the game. And so that will be interesting. So yeah, take a look at those if you're interested in multi-weapon systems, since they are being added. Deals of the week this week, we have the Audace Canon d'Assaut de 105, which is the French tier 8 tank destroyer with 390 alpha, pretty decent DPM, very good camo. It's kind of like a SU-122, but at tier 8 and French. It's kind of like that, similar to that of the Striker Kanonen Jagdpanzer as well, like the Kanonen Jagdpanzer 105, it's like the French version. They're all very much the same. And then you have the super underrated, pretty amazing Yahtzee WZ121G FT, which is amazing. And then of course the Charlemagne, which is the high alpha kind of British heavy tank that has 440 alpha. I think it's fairly decent, and that's 50% off. So all of these are 50% off. And then personal offers come in the form of the Fortress Ferdinand, the Glory IS-5 and the SU-100Y. And trust me, if you haven't got the SU-100Y, you're doing something wrong in World of Tanks. So get your hands on this vehicle. It's super fun to play, really cheap. I think it's only like 2,000 gold or something, like genuinely like £6. It's so much fun to play. Has like 550 alpha, I believe, somewhere in that region, and can dirt people at tier 6. So really fun to play, super one. And I will be doing a review of this tank, or at least showcasing some gameplay later on this week or beginning of next week, so you guys can know how good this thing really is. Of course, remember, if you haven't already done the update, it's going to take you a little while. 2GB update for pretty much all of the consoles. Nothing too major there. And of course, if you want to check out any of the questions that were given to Wargaming and their responses, then check out the previous season review, where we look at the update news for that, and I will link that at the very end of this video. But to kind of summarize, this week is looking pretty nice. Of course, the new season, something to grind towards again. Season was a little bit underwhelming. I'm not particularly fussed on the rewards from this season, but nonetheless, I'm hoping that they bring out some interesting content between now and the 4th of October when the season ends. Of course, you've got the contract for the Cruncher, which lasts until the 11th of October, so you've got a long time to do that. New key cards as well, so probably at this point in the video you're actually seeing the key card opening that I did. It's only 15 key cards, nothing too major, hence why we chucked them into this video, just to showcase what you can typically get from like 15 key cards, 5 of each, 5 confidential, 5 classified, 5 top secret. We didn't manage to get any premium tanks, which was really annoying. Haven't had any premium tanks out of about 45 cards. I keep getting the cards themselves though out of them, which have a 5% drop rate, but I can't seem to get the tanks that have a 10% drop rate, and I've been really hoping for them because I've got a absolute ton of premium tanks. So if I manage to get one, it's probably one I already own, and I would have got the gold value back for it. But nonetheless, not going to complain, since they were given to me by Wargaming at the release of every season, just to kind of boost up the gold value so I can buy the premium tanks that get released every single season, at least pay somewhat towards them for the videos, so that's always handy. Of course, then we've got challenges and events. We've already covered them. The premium bonus here, the special sales, which you can see, and also there's the Tank of the Month DLC for the Atomic Centurion, which was given out for free, so I wouldn't necessarily go out of your way to purchase this one, but for like $9.99 for a tier 8 premium if you don't already have it, and 850 gold, 3 days of premium, and 10 1.5 times silver boosters. It's not a bad price. Yeah, just make it up whether you think it's worth it. Of course, the Evolve VKs, you can buy them both if you want 2 of the same tank for 12,000 gold. Yeah, I don't know who's doing that, but you can purchase them solo if you want them as well. Weekly sales we've already covered, and then we have the TCM AGS Primed, which is actually a really, really fun auto-loading Detente Era, so Era 3 premium tank, which was really, really fun to play, but it's not worth 16,000 gold for the majority of players, so don't go out of your way to purchase that. Of course, the contracts currently on the go are the Thresher, Needle, Jammer, Tusk, and Chisel. Chisel, Tusk, probably the ones you want to get first, then maybe go for the Jammer, and then you'd probably want to go for the Cruncher, and then of course the lower tiers, you can do them whenever you want really. On track event to the Object 277 we have until the end of, or the beginning of next week, when the update goes live on Tuesday. We've also got the August Earn Challenge. For those of you that may have forgotten by now, you can basically complete that by the 6th of September, so you've got quite a while. You've got about 3 weeks left until you have to complete this to be able to get this free tier escalation era premium tank for Cold War. I believe it might even be post-war. It's nothing special, trust me. I wouldn't grind it your way through it if you don't actually want to play World of Tanks right now. And the long haul here, of course, the standard rewards. You can get the top secret, classified, and confidential keycards, which were recently restocked with various different premium tanks, albeit I'm a little bit triggered that I didn't manage to get one, but there we go. Hopefully that showcases all of the update news that you need to know, along with that absolutely bad mess up by Wargaming. Yeah, that was just terrible. Most people have been able to retain the marks of excellence that they've kept. I don't know whether Wargaming are going to completely remove them. They said that they did a server restart, but it doesn't appear like they have, and so yeah, it's looking like most people will keep the marks of excellence that they kept or got during that period where effectively you play like 3 games and get 4 marks. Yeah, disgusting. Hopefully they change it so that no one could have abused the system and got marks on tanks they probably shouldn't have. But there we go. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to check out the last update news, which showcases the actual season, the details of it, what you can reward, how you can get up the season ranks as quickly as possible. And that will be on screen right now. And then on the right hand side, for those of you wanting to get better at the game or potentially learn a thing or two, then there will be the gameplay and tank reviews playlist, or alternatively the how to get better at World of Tanks playlist on the right hand side of the screen. Thank you very much, and I hope you did enjoy once again, and I'll see you in the next one.